Aquarius, to your mid-month reading for September. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, my friends, let's see what's going on with you. Excuse me. I didn't bring any water. Just realized that. I always have water next to me and I don't have any. Okay. We'll have to wait. Okay, my friends, let's get in here and see what's going on. And remember, guys, if you want a personal reading, all the information is in the description area under every video. Okay, let's see what's going on. Capricorn, Aquarius. Your energy coming out is self-care, Queen of Cups in reverse. Having a little bit of insecurity about a situation. I don't feel like it's a deep insecurity, like when it comes to like self. It feels like I'm more insecure about this situation. But it does feel like you are going to be trying to move on from this. I'm not sure exactly if you're actually moving away, or if it's just like configurative speech of I'm putting this behind me and I'm moving away from this situation. I'm not going to think about it anymore, because remember, swords are thinking. So I do feel like you're just to this point where it's like I'm going to move away from this because it's toxic and it's really weighing me down. So I don't want to have this into my energy. 6 and 6, look at that. So with 6 and 6, 6 is the energy of harmony. So it just feels like you're looking for that new beginning, that change with harmony. As I was looking at these, because you have the 6 of Swords and 15 for the Devil, and you have the 1 for the new beginning, 5 for the change, but 1 plus 5 equals 6. So you have the 6, 6. Okay. And this is because it's having a hard time. It's starting to withdraw and distance yourself from the situation. That's why I said it just feels like you're distancing yourself from this situation. Could be dealing with a Gemini or a Libra when it comes to this situation, but also bringing out new ideas, new curious ways of communicating, and just looking at new ideas and new things to focus on. That's really what it feels like. I'm not focusing on this anymore. Because I'm kind of insecure about the situation, because I don't think that this is going to pan out the way I want to be. That's where the insecurity is it's not panning out the way I want it to be. This could be definitely a love situation, or some kind of friendship, because it does look like you're going to ghost someone, and you're definitely withdrawing your energy and distancing yourself from this person who you feel is either lost their way, or you just don't want to deal with this person anymore. They're very toxic. Okay, there could even be some codependency going on, and that could also be where your insecurities come from, to where it's almost like if I'm paying for you all the time, it could be an insecurity of not having enough finances for myself. So take it how it is, okay? It's just really about taking care of yourself. This card right here in reverse is really about self-care. Me taking care of myself, because whatever's going on over here, me caring for you or doing whatever's going on or caring about this situation is really stressful. It's toxic. It could even be demeaning. I'm hearing the word demeaning. I don't know who that's for, but I hear the word demeaning, and I am not going to demean myself anyway, in any shape or form anymore, or I will not demean myself for you at this time. So if you know that this is something that's been going on, you're going to cut it out and say no more. If you know it's something that they want you to do right now that's new, for some of you it's a new idea, they want you to do something stupid, or they're acting stupid, you say absolutely not, because that would be demeaning to myself, and I will not put myself into that corner. I will not put myself into that predicament. Let's just put it that way. So somebody definitely wants you to do something that you're not happy about. So you're cutting that out, or you're cutting it out for good because you said, oh, this has been going on too long and I'm not doing it anymore. This is clear boundaries. You're literally clearing the boundary by removing yourself from the situation. So in a lot of ways too, Capricorn, I also see you as kind of like, these are my boundaries. I'm speaking my truth. I'm not doing this. And then you're closing it down, distancing yourself. It doesn't mean you're ghosting them 100. I didn't see ghosting so much. I see withdrawing, pushing that back, and distancing yourself from that person, that situation. Okay? Because you have too much self-love, too much self-respect for the situation. Another card of self-love. You're saying, I love myself too much to put myself into this kind of predicament. This is ridiculous. It's exhausting. It burns me out. Or it could be, and me just thinking about what you're saying, thinking about what you're doing, you're exhausting me. Okay, so no matter what it is, or how long it's been going on, or if it's just now coming into play, you're absolutely no way. You're saying consciousness. This is a conscious mind, right? It's like God consciousness as well. You know what's right and what's wrong, and you're done. That's what it is. It's a God conscious card. It says, I know what's right and I know what's wrong, and I'm putting my foot down. I'm not going to deal with this. So this will actually, this is going to actually change this, and actually you're going to change this whole scenario. You're closing the chapter to this situation. I feel for some of you, you might be even regretting that you didn't do it fast enough. But it will be a little bit of disappointment because you knew that no matter what you're going to happen, it's going to hurt, right? Because they're your friends, they're your family member, they're your loved one, maybe it's a job that you loved and I have to walk away from it and I'm not going to deal with this kind of toxicity within a situation. For some of you, you're being breadcrumbed and you're just like, absolutely not, I'm not going to deal with that. There has to be better give and take to this situation. But you're sharing the generosity within yourself because you know that this is where I have to be. You're being very sensible about this situation because you know over here, Capricorn, that this is not a sensible situation. If anything, this is going to lead to more fear. It's going to lead to fear. You might end up having to repress emotions in the end where you might feel, or maybe, like I said, maybe you've already started feeling this way if it's been going on for a long time. So take it how it resonates, that no matter what, I mean, you have two cards of repressing emotions. Have you had to repress emotions on this situation, or are you fearful that if I don't stop this shit now before it gets out of control, how am I going to do so, right? Then I'm going to have to push everything down. So, okay. So let's go over here. Yeah. Get some gossip cards. Interesting. Clarify on the devil. Why is the devil here, please, for Capricorn and Aquarius in the mid-month? What's going on? Broken promises. Whoa. Disappointment, expectations, failed commitments. Well, you got the Hierophant. Lost trust. Words mean nothing to this person. Repeating patterns. Also, for some of you, this is something that's been going on for a while. This is something that, you know what, we keep going through this same roundabout and I ain't doing it again. Boundaries. There's that boundaries. Saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. I'm not doing that so I can bounce back the way I need to bounce back. If I don't put down boundaries, this is not going to be able to bounce back, or I won't be able to bounce back. Will this save the relationship in the end if for some of you, or will this just save your own self from feeling like you're not going to keep me down, I'm going to rise above this? So it's going to be different for everyone. Status upgrade, new achievements, improved social standing, lifestyle elevation, next level. For some of you, it could be a job situation, but you might feel like they're also two-faced. Says one thing and does another. Okay, but you're going after your luxury. You're going after you're going to bounce back so that way you feel comfortable in your own wealth. You're going to feel like you're enjoying your rewards because you deserve it, the card says, right? Of course you do. Yeah. Okay. So let's get over here too and get some money, honey. And let's see what the status is going on over here. Yeah. Duality. Don't forget about the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance. For some of you, this is a work situation. Spiritual work. Open your heart to spiritual career, health, and to heal the human heart. Excuse me. You are a light worker. Take what resonates, what doesn't resonate. Okay, guys. A gift. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. Well, we see that with the luxury. It's almost like as soon as I get past this, put down my boundaries, say no more, I'm in the gift, and I'm walking into the spotlight. There's going to be many choices coming your way. Look at all the options that are now available because of the flexibility. Now you're adding flexibility as well. So you're not feeling like you're exhausted anymore. Look at that, exhausted. We talked about being exhausted, how they're exhausting you. And now it's saying no more being exhausted. Now you can become the money tree. Now you can actually watch your money coming through. Enjoy your wealth. There it is, sitting right on top of the luxury life. Wow, guys, that's awesome because you're back in your power. So if you feel like somebody is just stealing your power, however it is, they are. There's no doubt about that, right? If you're resonating with this, they're stealing your power. And there's so much more that could be going on within this situation. So let's grab a couple of these little cards to end it, and then we'll get an affirmation card to help out with the situation at the very end to keep you positive on your journey. Let me see. Sudden wealth, there it is. Wealth to the wealth. You guys, there's a lot of sudden wealth that's coming over here, right? And I do feel it's unexpected. Okay. Unexpected as you are honoring the path. It says expect. So it's like expect this sudden wealth, my friends. Okay, because I do feel it's unexpected though. The only way that you would say it was like I do know it's coming, right? Is because I already know what's going on within the situation. And that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Some affirmations at the end. Keep my friends going strong over here. Keep their energy high on their journey. We are not what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. That's crazy because I said for some of you, this is something of broken promises that is a lingering thing that goes, you see what I'm saying? Around you. This is the same as like the karmic trench. It's just, they keep coming back and forth, back and forth. So it could be something that they've done before, or it might even feel like, my gosh, come on, how come this happened to me again? Right? So let's see. Go confidently into the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Absolutely. Okay. And those are your 2 messages for you, my friends. Okay, and keep yourself driven. I think Capricorn got that as well. So, okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.